Hi guys, how have you been? Today's video is going to be very interesting. I'm finally showing you how to write a statement of purpose from the point of university application to scholarship application to the visa process. I'm going to show you the three letters, the three formats. I'm also going to share some of the things that I wrote in my letters before getting my visa and before getting accepted to the university. And yeah, I was reading my letters and I really laughed. It was so funny. I have my notes ready, so let's get straight into it. The university application. This is the first step, the main entry point towards your whole process. You cannot go anywhere without the acceptance letter. That's the main document. Yes, that's the main document. And to get accepted, for some schools they ask you to write a statement of purpose. That's basically asking you your motivation for why you want to study in that university or why you want to choose that course. Some of them will even tell you, some departments, we have the whole campus, then we have different departments. We have the Department of Medicine, we have Political Sciences, we have Social and Cultural Sciences, we have arts. So under those departments, that's when we have the different courses, and some courses are very competitive. So some schools will tell you to explain why you want to study that course. Yes, for some departments to accept you, you'll be required to write a motivation letter, and for some schools it's just I think general statement of purpose as to why they should accept you. I don't think there's a major difference. It's very hard for you to be asked for both letters, but if they do that, I think after I explain this, you'll know how to distinguish the two. For your university application, they want to know why you want to study there. Why should they pick you? Why should they accept you? Why should they send you that letter? Why, of all the schools that you would have chosen in any country that you would have gone, why have you specifically chosen Italy and that university in Italy and that course in that university? So you need to be very smart, very detailed, very specific, and not biased. So, disclaimer, I know that these days we have AI, we have ChatGPT and all that. I just want to tell you guys that the people who are in these departments are not stupid. For the ones who are very serious about reading your SOPs, SOP means statement of purpose. For the very strict admissions offices, they will know if you use an AI to write your letter. They will know. And if it is a fundamental requirement for you to get into the school and they see that it's just AI generated, of course it will probably be a problem for you. So for some schools, they probably don't care. They probably know that it is 2025 and everybody's using ChatGPT for everything. But for some schools who really care, don't take that risk, honestly. Because at my time, yes, we had AI, but it was not as if it's such a long time ago. I know it's just very recently, but we were not using AI as much as we use it now. I personally was not using ChatGPT for everything like now. I used to sit down and write word by myself. I miss those days where my brain could just function normally. These days it's very hard, but I know if this is something that you really want, you will be able to gather your thoughts and write this letter yourself. Just want to begin by saying that so that you're not stressed or anything. It's not complicated. It's Italy. English is not the main language there, so just be very simple. Don't try to show off your high vocabulary of English with difficult words. Just be very simple, very natural, straight to the point. Nobody has the time to read a whole book of why you want to study there. Just be I think one page at most, to be very honest. One page is the most. Literally, don't go to the second page or anything. Of course, organize your thoughts. know what you're going to say in each paragraph. Now that you know that it is a whole page, just going to give you like a guide. It's not like you should exactly write what I tell you, but it's just a guide to give you an idea of how to go about it. So when it comes to your introduction, that is the first paragraph, they already have your profile in most cases. At least that was the case for my school. They have my name, they have my address, they know what I studied, where I studied, like they know those basic things. So don't be boring. Don't start off by saying what is obvious, you know. My name is Annette Njoki. I am 21 years old. I study in the girl. Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, please. So just begin by, you know, being interesting, something that is eye-catching and will want the reader to continue reading your letter, because they probably have other letters to read. I would advise you to go straight to the point in an interesting and captivating way. For example, why this course stood out to you, why you are so interested in studying this course. Is it because of where you come from? Is it because of your dreams and aspirations? If it is so, be specific. You know, for example, if you want to study business, is it because of the economic situation of your country? If you want to study politics, is it because of the socio-political situation in your country? Be very specific, mention it, show how you want to solve that problem. I feel like they want you to have a solution to a problem if you're applying to a course, because that's why we do masters, PhD, researches and all that. I'm going to read you the first paragraph of my SOP when applying to the University of Naples, where I study now. So guys, if you choose to copy it, that is a big problem to you and to me. So don't do that. Don't plagiarize. Imagine if 50 people copy the same thing that I will read, then put it exactly as it is in their letters. That would be so weird and so terrible, guys. I don't want problems. I want peace, not problems. So don't do that. It's just to give you an idea. This is the most basic. I was 23 years old. It's very basic, so I know you can do better. Okay, you can do better. It's 2025. You guys are more up to date. You have AI for ideas, more ideas, not to copy but for more ideas. So coming from a developing country that has had a controversial view on internationalization, discovering this course has been one of my greatest wins this year. It will be an honor to pursue a Master's of International Relations at the University of Naples Federico, because I'd like to participate in helping nations to simultaneously satisfy their social, political, and economic goals, to help in fostering their relationships. Simple. Done. Paragraph 1. Done. I've stated the course that I want to study so that it doesn't look like you've sent the same SOP to different schools. I have given a short, small background of why I want to study it, because of the economic, political, socio-economic situation of my country. I didn't even know the specifics to that. I just generalized it. But if you can go a little bit deeper, be more specific in accordance to your course, that will be much better. In the second paragraph, go deeper. Show that you have a vivid and clear understanding of the course catalog, their website. You know, just go do some digging. This is why you cannot tell someone to apply for your course, because you need to really understand what is being taught. Try to see the course content, what you'll be studying for every. Sometimes they even show like week 1 you'll be studying this, week 2 blah blah blah. So just go to the specific subjects, you know, try to understand the details of that course and link them to your motivation of studying there, or to your future goals. Is it a research paper that you saw that made you really want to study that course there? Is it a certain professor that you may want to work with in your thesis? Is it a project that you want to do in that school for the purpose of this or that? Just be more specific, more into detail, and don't be vague. Don't give vague information. Show that it is something that you are really interested in, and it is something that will help you to grow education wise, academically, and also career wise. In this paragraph, you can also give a brief overview of your previous educational background and how it's going to be linked with what you are going to study. Personally, for me, my background was in business, but now I wanted to do international relations. That's a political science from Department of Economics. So I was not told by anyone to do this, but I felt the need to explain the link and to explain the transition, because don't leave a gap for you to be asked why, why have you chosen to go outside of your line, you see. So just find a good link. I'm sure you can find something. In the fourth paragraph, if you have any work experience, or maybe you've volunteered, you've just participated in activities that are linked or associated with this course that you're applying for, this is where you talk about it. You can say how this course will contribute to your short-term career goals or to your long-term career goals. Be very specific. Everybody that is watching this video is probably doing different courses, so I cannot tell you say this, say this, say this. Don't be so random. Don't act like it's just something that you just selected out of the blues because maybe it was the only possible course to do. You have to show that it will really be impactful to you as a person, because you're there to grow as a person. You're there to study for you, not for anyone else. So they have to see that you are driven by this course. And by the way, be very real. For example, some people want to do a master's so that it can open more doors to them financially. Yeah, like you'll be given like a promotion or something if you add on top of your current education. Be truthful. Just say it in a professional, academically smart way. Yeah, say that for example, maybe you work in a law firm. Yeah, maybe you work in a law firm, and if you pursue a master's, for example, in human rights law, this will enable you to access certain promotional activity. I don't like the word promotional, but certain levels of your career that you cannot currently access with your current degree. So yeah, that's just a rough example. Just find a way of linking it to your career goals, because I mean, you're studying to to work and to get good money. I mean, but don't say I want to get money. Okay, in the fifth paragraph, you can be a little more light. What do I mean by lighter? Talk about things maybe outside of the course itself, because if it's a university, a public university or private that you are applying to, of course, the school has more things to offer rather than just the course itself. And this is just to give them a feel of who you are as a person outside of academics, because they also want to know your character. Say what you like doing, but don't go random. Don't say you like playing football and you are applying for engineering. What I'm trying to say is, you can say whatever you want. What I'm trying to tell you is, it should be at least related to what you're studying, to show that your extracurricular self will contribute to your studies, not lead you away from it. Or I guess you guys are smart people, you know what I mean. For example, for me, Of course, I like doing many things, but I did not state them all in my statement of purpose. I said that I like organizing social and cultural events to get to know people, to understand them, where they come from, what inspires them in life, to travel, to learn about different way of life, understanding different problems that people across different parts of the world go through. And I mean, it looks like a hobby, but in actual sense, I'm applying for international relations. So this kind of shows that who I am as a person outside of class is also contributing towards my academic success in that university. So I guess now you know what I mean. Link it. Just it's not a must, but it's something that I did and it got me the acceptance letter. Then in the last paragraph, I talked about Italy in general, why I want to study in Italy, because there are so many countries that I could study in. And mind you, I sent almost the same statement of purpose to like 5 schools, but in each of the different schools, I was applying for a different course. So I kept editing. Sometimes I had to write a new one. So every letter should be specific to the course and to the university and to the country that you are applying to. Don't copy paste and send. That's why I said it's good to mention the name of the university at the top to show that it is for this university, because some people just forward, they don't mention the specific things so that they can forward it to many schools. That reduces the work but shows a lack of personification. You can also talk about the kind of skills that you hope to gain from studying this course at this particular university. And are you going to get those skills through group work or through the lectures or through just individual study? Go and look at the kind of modes that are used to teach in that school. Talk about how those modes will help you to gain specific skills in life. For example, you want to improve your articulation skills because you understand that presentations are done a lot at this particular course. You can do it if you want to, but it's not a must you add it. But I did it. I'm just going to read for you my last paragraph. I understand that Italy is one of the friendliest and most diverse cities worldwide. Studying in a country renowned for its high quality of life would be a motivating factor for me to keep working hard. My mother has always been the backbone of nurturing my entrepreneurial mind. As a firstborn daughter, holding a master's in international relations will undoubtedly make me a better leader. Over time, I have come to a realization that finding a balance in diversity is a fundamental tool for growth. Different countries need to establish a common set of objectives to unite them in working together without being affected by their differences. I strongly believe that economic and cultural integration is what I'm supposed to do. Best regards, Annette Gitau. This social and it's called this economic and cultural integration. By the way, it's a specialization that you have to do in the second year of your master's, and that's what I am actually doing now. So I felt like specifying this shows that I have gone through the course catalog and I know what is studied in the first year. I know what is studied in the second year. I was very specific. I mentioned this thing among other things that I mentioned. Yeah, I think that was the most detailed statement of purpose ever, but it's not the best, of course, and there's no best. I don't think that it's best. I think the important thing is being genuine, not being too much. Don't try to overuse big words like me. I'm noticing that there are words that I've read several letters, and there are words that I kept repeating all the time in all the letters that I was writing. For example, diversity, sustainability, internationalization, fundamental, entrepreneurial mindset. I have overused those words. Oh my goodness, that was so unnecessary. So anyway, that is a brief overview of how you should structure your university application, statement of purpose, stroke motivational letter. If the course itself needs you to also give them an SOP, just center it to only talk about the course. Yes, only talk about the course itself. Don't talk about the university, Italy, oh, personal, social, oh, just be specific to the course, and academic wise, career wise, don't go all the way. But an SOP is just, this one even sounds very formalized, but it should just be very natural and show who you are as a person, be interesting to read, not like a boring composition. Yes, yes, yes. So next,